Hey, lovely people, what are you doing? I hope you are doing great. So, what's up today? I oftentimes see you guys getting uncomfortable with positional parameters and name parameters. So, I really created some scripts for you, some text for you, and would like to explain in my own way. First of all, let me go to Visual Studio and explain you that where you always have been seeing those stuff. Let's say in your ASP.NET web application, in your program.cs, you might see the routing like this, right? Anyway, these are the examples of custom routings. And you will occasionally see something like name colon, pattern colon, defaults colon. What are these? What are these? I mean, why something colon? Now, you might have taken it for granted that this is the syntax. Now, if you look at it closely, some of the routes will just have the main default route will just have the name colon and pattern. That's all we have. And other will be having name colon, pattern colon, defaults colon. Why at all we have some containing just two and some containing three such values? So these are the questions that might come in your mind. I mean, if they don't come, that's also fine. But I learned always asking myself the questions. So I like to get you to the world of function calls. So once again, the baby stuff, the baby thing, but quite overlooked. So let me get into a new Visual Studio application. By the way, VS 2026 has already launched just this week itself. And I'm going to be creating a new project, a console application. Click next. I'm going to write positional parameters and named parameters demo. All right. I'll keep this explanation short, simple, and crispy. Did you see this .NET 10 already? So I have .NET 10. I do also have .NET 9. So I'm creating it as a tuplable statements, not as a tuplable statement. So that means that I'll be having the full blown namespace and the classes definition. And here we go. All right. So let's create a very simple function. Like let's say we'll be having a function like, now I do have a code. Why not? I can copy and paste. So I can copy this piece of code real quick and I'll paste it here. So that's a piece of code. And let me delete anything that is already there. Okay. So this is the piece of code, which if I pass in, I'm also deleting whatever I have already. So this is a very simple piece of code, which asks for the name, city, name, age, and the city, and it just displays all the stuff. Like nothing fancy, so simple. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to be calling this function from my main. Now, you know this is static. Why this is static? Because I don't want to be creating an object and then call this function. I'm not going to go into that details now. I'm just explaining the function call, the way you can call a function. So let me call this display info by certain values. I know this AI comes in, which is a very bad thing. It doesn't let me to teach. So let's say the name is Tim, okay, and 30 and New York, which is fine. Yeah, this time that's fine. So, oh, wait, auto completed. Okay, Tim, 30, New York. That means Tim is a 30 years old man and living in New York, right? So if I now run this, okay, I do have to have a console.read key. This is nothing fancy, nothing new, already know that, right? So if I call this function with these parameters, so Tim is going to go and land into name, 30 is going to go and land in age, and New York is going to come and land in city, right? So if I run it, it really shows the details of Tim, who is 30 years old and lives in New York, right? Nothing fancy about it. You know that. Now, what if I don't want to have the New York included? Okay, and you know that in that case, let's say this application is all about the people in New York. Okay, then what I'll do is that I will default New York here, right? So that means even if somebody don't explicitly pass New York, it is going to be defaulted to New York. So that means I may not now pass this one. This is what you already know. This is default parameter. So if I pass in Tim and 30, since Tim is going to be getting into this name, 30 is going to get into this age, and you have not passed any city, so that is going to be assumed to New York. Okay. So now if I run it, you will just see the same text. Tim 30 New York. Again, there is nothing strange about this, right? You probably already know these things. Now, what if I tell you that you can even you can even just alter the way you pass data to this function. So what do I mean by that? Let's say I just want to say that I just want to say, or can I do it this way? Like, let's say we pass 30 first, and let's say we just first pass the age and then pass the name. Let's say this is Tim. Now this is not going to work. And this is what positional parameters mean. So the thing that we have done, the way we are calling this function is passing our positional parameters. So they need to be in sequence. The name should be first and then the age should be second. But if I alter them, you need to do something. There is where the name parameters comes in. So you can really do this way, provided you write age colon 30 and name colon Tim. And that's it. It is not working. So what you see those colons that you have been seeing those colons, that means that you are passing the positional parameter. So age is 30 and name is Tim. Now if I run it, you'll really see that works the same way, right? That works the same way. Now you can provide data in any sequence you want. You can even, have the city. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's see. City to, let's say, Paris. Okay. And as you change it, you can clearly see that, I mean, so that means it doesn't have to be in the sequence. Positional parameter says that you don't have to be having the things in the sequence. You can have them you can have them in any way, right? So now if I run it, you'll really see that Tim is living in Paris now. Now, if a parameter is default, from a common sense, it means that you can completely omit that. You don't really need to be having that here itself, right? I mean, you don't need to be passing the city. However, you cannot leave any required parameter. It will throw an error. You can really see that. There is no argument given that corresponds to the required parameter name. So it is crying out for the name. It is saying, I need the name. It doesn't matter in which sequence you really give, but it is important that you really give it. So that is all about, name parameters, positional parameters where you can really stick to the positions, and name parameters where you don't. Now let's say I will default to this New York, and let's say, well, 18 is a default, right? So you want to take all the young people, almost 18, and at New York, and the name is the only required parameter. So you need to be giving the name. So I can write name colon, let's say, okay, David this time, and I can completely leave this age and city blank. I really don't need to pass anything, right? I mean, this is no wonder. You can see that 18 and New York. Now, this is also possible that I just write, because we just have the one parameter now, which is mandatory. So you can just write it, just type it the formal way, you can, in a positional parameter way. So David is right here, and then it is up to you that whether you want to, you already know that. So you have to be starting with what is required, mandatory, and then you can go about saying, okay, I need to pass the age and the city. If you want, you can pass. Let's say, well, he's just 16 and living at, let's say, okay, once again, Paris. Okay, now this would work. Okay, I hope that you're getting the point, right? So David's 16 and he lives in Paris. It works as usual, you know it, but you can completely remove the defaults. And know one thing, just want to remind you that the defaults must be started from the right to left. That is, you cannot starting from the name and then the age and then the city. You can't do that. If you want to have some defaults, it should be starting from the right and then to the left. So that means whatever is not default, you need to provide. So the first piece of data, which is the name, which is David, need to be provided for sure. This is what you need to provide. And there should be a comma, and there should be, and anything else, if you really want to, those optionals you can provide. And the interesting thing is that, let's say we got a lot of non-mandatory parameters. Okay, now you can jump to, let's say, what if I want to have David and let the age be kept at 18. Listen very carefully. Let's say I want David, the age to be kept at 18, the default. I don't want to supply any information here, but I still want the city to be something else and not New York. Okay, so David, let's say I give a comma here, and let's say I'm going to type in here now, David, can I write Kolkata, my native city in India? So now if I write this down, it is going to give an error. So I have to be forcefully mentioning that he is 18, right? We have to forcefully write that, even if I know that the function has already supplied the defaults. So what we can do here is we can use the name parameter. So I can just write city equal colon, and mind, there is no equal to, there is colon, city colon Kolkata. So you don't have to be start typing by name colon. I don't have to. I'm sorry, I mistyped. I don't have to be typing it here like name colon. I can, but I don't have to, because the first parameter, the first one is a mandatory parameter, which is what you supplied. So this is the mix. So you supplied this David as a positional parameter, and then the rest of the values, whichever you think is important, can be passed as a, tell me, as a name parameters. So that means the moral of the story is that, let's say you have got one or two mandatory parameter, and you've got, let's say, 6 or 7, non-mandatory. You have some values there, some values are already defaulted. Then what you have to do is that you have to be doing it this way, like, let me just a function call, maybe some function, you pass the first two mandatory, maybe ABC, oops, maybe ABC is what I need to type in, maybe some value what I need to type in, and then among 5 to 6 of the defaults, you may want to choose just 2 to 3 of them, because you don't want to be providing all the values, because those defaults are all fine excepting, let's say, just 2 of them. So you can pass in what is mandatory here and then choose the other one. Let's say you can choose, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe some kind of, let's say, your ID, something, maybe some ID information is what is important, maybe 34, and maybe some other information, maybe some other parameter, maybe your height or something, you need to you pass in something 180 centimeters or whatever. Maybe you need to be passing a location, maybe something, maybe somewhere, right? PQR, whatever, That means now, of course, you have many. Please try to understand. You just don't have, I'm sorry, here I have to be writing here colon and not equal to. I do this mistake oftentimes. So colon 34, height colon 180, location colon PQR. And these are just a few information that need to be supplied. Others are already default. I mean, these are also default. So you just want to overshadow on these defaults, and you have supplied these values. All right, and these are the mandatory. You can supply them. So keep the mandatory parameters first, and whatever are not mandatory, provide them using named parameter sequence. Or if you want, you can pass all of them as a name parameter. Right? I hope that you got it so far. And it was a simple and small lecture. If you've got any question, any doubt regarding this name parameter versus positional parameter, you can ping me, all right? And I have a little example, which is what I have already crafted, got some explanation. You can also hold your screen and you can look at the whole example, which is what I have already, drafted with the help of some AI tools, right? If you want, I can also upload this little document which you can really test, but the concept is all the same. The concept is what I have just told you, all right? So that was it. Hopefully you got a good answer, good fundamentals of when to use positional parameter, when to use name parameter is quite important, right? So that was it. Anything else? I don't think. Nothing is just striking my mind as of now. So that was a very short video helping you to understand why on earth we really do something like this. Why is that really required? Okay. I hope you understand what this guy is. This is basically an anonymous object, right? I'm not really focusing here at all now because I already focused that in some other video. You can go and watch that. Okay. This is an anonymous object. So we have made these defaults equate to that anonymous object. Okay, an object without mentioning explicitly a class name. So that was it. You do great, whatever you are doing, do great. And yes, I do provide an one-to-one classes online. I am Shudipto, and I've been doing that for the past almost more than 20 years. I'm a very early adopter of .NET. And if you or anyone would like to have a one-to-one classes with me, the details are provided in the description below, and I'll be glad to help you. That's it. Bye bye. Take care.